Alrighty, team. Welcome to today's live training, all about how to get better at sales. So I'm just fresh from a conversation with all of our boardroom clients in my boardroom coaching program, which is for business owners of engineering consultancies. And so we're talking a lot about sales and the sales process and how to get better at sales. And so I thought I'd jump on and just sort of share some of the things that we explored together as a group. I think the overarching thing is that people people want to rush to kind of get the sale, and they kind of want to. So I'm talking about like when you're in early discussions with a new client who doesn't know you from a bar of soap, and you're obviously wanting to work with them. And so I think one of the big mistakes that people make is that they rush into wanting to go so quickly from, hey, I've just met you, to let's, please give me some work, so to speak. And I think largely that's because people are uncomfortable in the sales process and they don't necessarily want to be in the sales process because of like negative connotations around sales and marketing and the used car salesman and it's sleazy and all that sort of thing. So I think people try and rush unnecessarily the sales process, and I think that's a real sabotage or a real challenge to you and your business if you're wanting to increase revenue and work with some bigger clients, is recognizing that with every step in the sales process, all you ever want to be doing is selling the next step. So at every step in the sales process, you only ever want to be selling the next step. If you're trying to go from, hey, I just met you, to please give me work, you're not selling the next step. It's too far, too fast, and it turns off potential clients. You have to go through the process of rapport building and building a relationship and showing this potential client why you're the best person or best consultant or best business to solve their problems. And like a lot of the times, your clients or potential clients are already working with a consultant team, or they're already working with a team on their project. So it's even harder to, well, why should they leave their current consultant team or consultant and give you the work? And so it is always about thinking that you're not trying to get work out of this interaction. You're just trying to sell the next step. So if you're having a conversation with a potential client on LinkedIn, or you've met them at a networking event, or you've found them through some introduction through someone, it's not about then going, hey, I've just met you, can you give me some work? It's about going, hey, I've just met you. What's happening in your world? Like, be curious and try and find out what's happening in their world and just sell the next step. Like, I'm not trying to work with you right now. I'm just being curious. And I want to find out, I genuinely want to find out what's happening in your world and what sort of problems that you might be faced with. And, am I the best person to help you solve those problems and all those sorts of things? So being curious during the sales process and really trying to understand this potential client that obviously you want to do work with, but trying to understand their world and their problems and their frustrations and what they're struggling with helps them feel safe. And it means that you're really setting yourself up to build a deeper relationship than just a surface level relationship. So sales is not hard. It's not, doesn't have to be icky or uncomfortable or have any of this negative connotation that I think a lot of us place a lot of emphasis on. It's about genuinely, if you really boil it down, you have a service or an offering, you're really good at what you do, you want to work with this particular client. How do you help them feel safe enough to give you work? It's by being a human and by being curious and by asking questions and by understanding their world and showing them through a number of steps along in the journey why you're the best person or best company or best organization to solve that particular client's problems. It doesn't have to be icky. It doesn't have to be salesy. It's just you being a genuine good person, great at what you do. You've got results for clients in the past, so you've got a good track record. It's about you walking down the path with this new potential client and showing them through your actions and your personality and your values why they should give you work. And so I think if you can look at sales through the lens of it like that, which is you're just selling the next step. If it's an introduction, hey, let's catch up for a coffee. If it's a coffee, hey, why don't we have lunch? If it's lunch, hey, can I send you a cap statement? Or if it's cap statement, hey, is there anything happening in your world that I could potentially help you with? It is just walking down the process of helping that client feel safe with you. Nothing more, nothing less. And some clients will just genuinely not want to work with you. There will be no gel, there'll be no fit, and that's okay too. It's a numbers game. And so if you can remove this negative connotation or this veil of sales is sleazy and I don't want to be seen as a salesman or a salesperson, I've got news for you. You're in business, you're a business owner, you've got to sell. So it's about getting comfortable with your selling style. And like I said, selling the right next thing or selling the next step in the process. So, team, I hope that helps. If you'd like to keep doing this journey on your own, we have a ton of free resources on our website, YouTube channel, where you can keep sort of, doing this journey on your own and building your business on your own. But if you'd like some help, I'm just fresh off an amazing boardroom call with everyone in our boardroom program, all business owners, motivated, inspired, helping each other, sharing wins, lessons, learnings, all that sort of thing. If you'd like some help, I'd love to invite you to join our boardroom coaching program. So if that's of interest, just comment the word boardroom below and I'll be in touch and give you some more information on the program. That's it for me. Have an amazing day.